This is QualityStocks. Today is Wednesday, May 4th, 2011, and today we're going to take a look at Advanced Life Sciences. This is a NASDAQ bulletin board company trading under ticker ADLS. It's a 9-month chart. It's a pretty good slide the stock's been on from up here over $1.60. Tried once to recover, slid all the way down, actually breached the dime level. Looks like it's trying to pull back up. Volume's been picking up the last couple days. At kind of a critical point right here. See if this is going to try and push forward and try and pop through that 50-day. That's going to be a big spot for it. You can see the downtrend being broken in the MACD right through that area. Starting to trend back towards zero now at this point. Overall, you still see it didn't make quite as low of a low. Not to try and clutter that up with lines, but you can see the points through there. So I think that's something important to pay attention to see if this is going to try and make its way back towards that zero marker and put together a little bit smoother of an uptrend to it. Not just a real sharp, jerky movement like this one right here where it actually fell back apart. I'll see if it's going to try and identify this as a bottom and trend north. It's one of those cases where you get a different look from the PPO, down very low, also in a very brief uptrend over the last few weeks. We often reference the idea when the ADX is down around 10, look for a shift. That's what it looks like it's trying to do at this point. So once again, we'll look for some smoother movement here and see if this is going to start uptrending and add some strength to a new direction. Nice turns going on with the MFIs. All three in close proximity, moving towards 50. Again, you can see through here, we talk about this a lot of times. Can't trend above 50. Very bearish. Chart continues downward. You want to see it trending on the north side of 50, and of course that has to start by breaking through it to begin with, and then trying to hold it on any pullbacks. Accumulation, distribution, and shaken money flow basically running right along with the candles, showing that selling pressure has clearly been dominant throughout the course of the period of the chart. Shaken money flow, going to look for that trend line to hold, see if this thing can continue to trend towards zero. Tried to make a stronger move, but slid back yesterday because of that longer upper shadow. That almost always turns the shaken money flow back down. And that's kind of what happened right through there. Nothing major at that point, but something to keep an eye on. CCI actually dropped a buy signal yesterday with that break of 100. Per Lambert's definition, that's going to be a hold until it breaks back down through 100. Full stow, trying to make some higher lows, trend a little bit upward. Again, key component, break through 50, get some positive momentum into this stock. Looks like we're actually going to get a bullish cross this time. You can see head fake through there, turned once through here, didn't make it. This time it actually looks like it's making the break through it, which usually bodes pretty well for stock price movements, so something else to keep an eye on. RSIs, of course, all starting to turn upward with the buying pressure over the last few days. This stock has gone from around 12 cents to up over 20 cents within the last 5 days. So, of course, that's starting to turn some of these momentum indicators upward. But once again, you can see difficult time making it through 50, adding a true sustained momentum to the chart. So we'll be looking for these longer terms, 14 and 21, to get through 50 and try and hold above it. Now, from a support standpoint, this is a little bit tough because this play does not catch a lot of support until it gets back down here to around 14 cents. Being that it closed at 21, that's not a very close stop loss. But that's where the first strong support's going to come in. Unless you want to take a look at this 20-cent mark, which it just slightly pushed above yesterday. And that's where I'd have my eyes right now to see if this is going to hold this and then try and continue upward. If it can't hold that, the odds of it coming down and testing 14 are greatly increased. From a resistance standpoint, pretty clear at that 30-cent mark is going to be a tough spot for it. 50-day moving average bounced off of it yesterday. Couldn't make it through it here. Was trying to establish it as a support back here at the end of March. Couldn't hold it. That's going to be a tough spot for it. Now, much like the downside, that upside's pretty large too, because being at 21, you're talking almost a 50% move to go up there and test that resistance. So that's why this chart caught my eye, because the swings can be pretty volatile either direction, and I want to see what it does. Beyond that, the next resistance is going to come in around 36 cents, and then again above that, right around 50 cents. Obviously, just huge gains. Not something I'm looking for tomorrow. This chart caught my eye because of that long upper shadow, because the volume started to pick up over a few days. Apparently people saw this as a buying opportunity, pulled up with that lower shadow that day, and then tried to continue upward from that point forward. But now with the established resistance, I want to watch this over the next few days and see how traders react to that resistance level. It's for these reasons that the ADLS chart's going on the watch list. But as always, this is merely my interpretation. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.